Hello there, Qckslvrslash, and today I have a video of how I played the New Mexico. There's a number of people who have asked for a game review of this ship, and I just don't have one because there's a bunch of games that are strong, but never the like, oh my god, this is the game to share. So I figured I'll hop into her, sail her, and just talk about how I get the most out of this ship when I do play her. So as far as my captain setup goes, I've got preventative maintenance, expert marksman, superintendent, and I've gotten fire prevention. This is only a 10-point captain. I don't play the ship a whole ton. I tend to stick to higher tiers, but I do have a captain. The reason I've gone for fire prevention over, say, boosting the A or something is just so many of the low tier cruisers shoot HE. And then you've got things like the Duke and some of the other battleships that can just throw a lot of HE your way as well. To me, it just made sense to try to keep the fires down and keep myself in it. That's also actually why I have preventative maintenance, is just keep my secondaries, AA modules that I do have in play. As far as the modules themselves go, main battery 1, damage control 1, I've gone for artillery plotting 1 to just push that firing range out. Yeah, I feel you need it. And then rudder shift to just help with dodging torpedoes. And then I apparently don't have them, but I'm going to enable premium consumables. And there's a lot of people I feel who aren't willing to spend the money on the consumables in game. And I can understand it. Without a premium account, you don't make as much, but you should be able to afford to run a camo and at least damage control and repair party and still be making money every game. Particularly with some of the economic flags that exist. Anyways, enough talk and port, let's jump into a battle. And here we go. We've got New Dawn, Domination. I'm not top tier, but I'm not feeling too bad. A couple tier 7s. The Shiratsu, honestly one of the things I'm more concerned about. And you know, domination can be tricky. It can really separate teams apart. And my plan off the bat here, I am going to go A. Got a Nicholas going there. There's an Atlanta up there. King George. We should have a strong enough force there. Even if all of this goes down to C, we can get up to A and start kiting away. Now granted, kiting is not a word that should really be used with the New Mexico because you spend so much time trying to get somewhere, it can be hard to turn away and give up on that, but you definitely need to sometimes. There are just times where pushing forward or trying to get aggressive is not the right move, and living to fight a little later in the game goes a lot longer and further for your team than charging in early and dying. Because those ships you hurt, they'll have time to repair those damages. They'll have time to lick their wounds and get back in the fight. You will be on the bottom of the ocean. And that's definitely something you feel in the New Mexico. But you can see with those modules, 18.7 gun range, it's pretty decent. I can shoot a lot of the map from this location. Now I am wanting to shoot this Cleveland, but behind the island is not the best shot, and for now I'm still dark, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to get a little bit closer, and you know what, I'm probably going to use my spotting plane here, and I'll actually switch and shoot this ARP. 18 kilometers. Try leading here. We'll see how this goes. The Shiratsu is spotted. It's in the middle of the map, and we've actually got a Glissonier. 16 kilometers. I think I'll keep harassing this ARP, who definitely slammed their brakes on, and that let them duck the shells, but not going to let them do that twice. Now right now what I'm doing, I'm watching their smokestacks. I'm watching what's happening, and you can see they're starting to go more vertical, and they're actually shifting astern. So I'm going to aim just a little bit aft of the center line of the ship. They've actually just completely stopped. So those shells don't land quite where I'd wanted them, but apparently I saved one gun, and I'm just going to go center mass. And they're shooting, so I think they just feel safe enough at that range to keep doing so. And I'll keep returning the favor. hit the brakes a bit here, rudder out just enough to duck under those shells, and then back to firing. And I'm back at full speed, turning the other way. And the big trick here, I'm not going to stop moving. That's how you wind up dead in a battleship. Much better hit there, up to 13,000. Happier with that. You can see I've actually done some real damage to them. And unfortunately not going to be reloaded before I wind up behind this island. So let's see. Qckslvrslash. Do I think I can hit it? That's it. Give me your side. And I think I overlaid these a little bit. Maybe some lucky damage through the bow. 3k. Not what I wanted, but hey, I'm 17,000 damage into a game, and I haven't traded any hit points for it. And early on, if you can consistently do that, you'll have good games. I'm going to still focus this Qckslvrslash, who looks to be slowing down a bit. So I'm actually just going to use the rear turret that was loaded, see how those shells go. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with my aim. Get the rest going. Dispersion mocking me a bit there, and come on, some good luck. There we go. Get the Citadel. There is a good chunk of that Qckslvrslash. I do have this Jianwei coming my way. There's a Congo. There's a lot of ships over here. There's really me and 2 destroyers. Make that 1 destroyer. But it is those destroyers that's making it safe for me to be here, and with that 1 in the north dead, I need to start thinking about where I'm running to. And the reason is, this Cleveland is going to get dominance. It's going to get around the north of the map. We have a King George who appears to be completely AFK. I don't know if that was him in chat. No, someone else who crashed. And our team is starting to hurt. And this is just one of the most frustrating things. And everyone's been there, but the trick is to keep fighting. And look at it this way for me. Think how many people are going to shoot at the AFK King George once I'm past him and behind him, rather than shoot at me. It's not the smart thing to do, but people will do it because it's free damage. So when you've got an AFK teammate, use them. Make use of them. It's free spotting. It's a free damage sponge. And I'm just going to stay and just keep running away. Ate a chunk of damage there. There's not much I can do. I have to just keep sailing south. You can see our Nevny getting in between me and this Galice. Get my front 2 guns off. The Qckslvrslash is turning. This is where I have to make her pay. Just wait for the first to land. Okay, I missed. Next 2. Adjust your shot. This one's looking a lot better. There she goes. Another Citadel. And that's a ship down. And that's all I'm going to be trying to do. Just keep kiting away and taking out ships that are chasing me in this situation. Now, there's the Hie, there's also this Cleveland, and I'm going to work the Cleveland because long term it just prevents a much higher DPM threat. And you can see how I've kind of got my front guns separated from the back guns. That happened during the turn, but I actually like having the guns like that. My first shells, they were a little too far behind. You saw it on the Qckslvrslash. I missed a bit. You still got half your ammo for the next volley and to do that damage. And I really just plan to try to make this Cleveland pay. The Cleveland can be a tricky ship because she just doesn't seem to eat citadels like a lot of her contemporary and equal-tiered cruisers. And just the DPM out of those guns can be crazy if the person shooting is good. And I can't wait to see her at a different tier. Can't wait for that whole American light cruiser line, in fact. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to be different. And I like different. It adds new dimensions to the game. Once again, this Hie is just choosing to sit stationary. Now I can see this Cleveland. He is shooting. Got my spotter plane up, so I really think, yeah, I've got to keep going for them. looking half decent here. Come on, some big damage numbers. Yeah, I'll take it. It's about a third of the remaining health, but our team's not doing great. We're not doing horrible. The plus side, we haven't lost many ships in the south. We just pulled back one closer. The downside, enemy team's got 2 caps, and that puts us... It hurts. It's going to be hard to come back, because we don't have a lot that can push in there. We do have 2 destroyers. The Qckslvrslash is an absolute monster, played right. And you know what? I want to be able to take a cheeky shot at this Colorado. It's in the middle of the map. He's broadside on, starting to speed up, so I've got 11-second lead, but you know, he's not going full health, so underlead him a bit and hope he sails into those. He's got the rudder over now. He'll probably duck him. Maybe RNG will give me some luck. 1 or 2 in the bow. No such luck. But it's a shot. It was free. I didn't really have any other good ones in my mind, and getting rid of a ship in that cap is pretty vital for us right now. And unfortunately, as that Colorado cycles closer, I'm losing my line of sight and fire on him. So just start looking for another target. You really got to keep the guns going. And, oh, can I get this Cleveland? Come on, guns. Qckslvrslash just finished off the Colorado. And you can see why I took Expert Marksman. It is a battleship. It's got slow guns, and we're starting to claw this back. Our team on that other flank has finally kind of weakened up the things that were preventing their push, and that's made them strong. And you can see our King George, he's survived. Enemy Shiratsu, it's probably going to be dead before my guns get there, but you never leave a chance to get rid of a destroyer. I don't really have any other good shots at this moment, and getting rid of a DD is, in my mind, just that crucial, especially when it's on that kind of health. It is a destroyer that exists to just make your life horrible. And you can see, by the time this Congo gets out in the open, I'll pretty much be reloaded and things will be good. And the key here, I'm just going to stay angled. You know, just enough to get my back guns in here. 5-second shot, Congo's a quick shit, leave, or lead a little more, she's turning out. Shell's pretty much fallen where I want to. There's some good damage, and that's the thing I like about the New Mexico, is it can just consistently put damage down, and it's kind of how it takes damage too. It's rare for you to get absolutely wrecked in a single volley in this ship, I find. But over time, ships hitting you will really melt your health away. And that, to me, is a little different from a lot of battleships where you can really just tank damage. And honestly, with that Congo stern on, I don't like the shot. I'll take one at this broadside Nelson instead. Just trying to lower the hit points of some of the ships around me. Of course, no damage. I overled. But the Congo looks like it's time for them to fight. They're turning broadside in to get those front guns on. I'm not going to have a shot in time, but their Hiei is still just sitting up in that northern cap, and I don't get it. So just looking for my shot here, watching the Congo. She looks to be turning in a little more, so aim a little bit lower. Try to lead that turn. Shells are in the air. Too far inside. She ended up straighten out. But that's what happens. You're not going to hit every shell every time. And had she kept turning in, I think I would have had some good damage there. In the meantime, I'm just trying to get into the cap. I'm trying to... Oh, there's no real point gap anymore, but just trying to close the damage that we do have. And oh, if I'd just been a couple seconds earlier on the reload, I could have shot that Cleveland, showing a lot of their stern to me. And honestly, if they get respotted here, I might have a good shot. So I think I'm going to wait. And that's another thing you need to do in a battleship. You know, I've got this Nelson. You know what? About to lose the Nelson. Let's take a shot at her. I'll take that. 8k, and yeah, of course, the second I volley, the Cleveland shows up. So as I was saying, sometimes you have to hold your fire. If you think you're seeing something develop, wait for it. I could have removed another ship from the game there. Instead I went for some damage. It worked out, 8k, it's not bad, and I mean, the Cleveland should go down long term. Who knows, maybe I'll still get to kill them. For now though, spotting plane up, give me a bit better view, and just try to drop some shells onto this Nelson. The Cleveland's just getting worked down by that Qckslvrslash. It's doing a great job with that ship, and there's not much else to say. I love that destroyer. So here's one of those instances where I've got to make a choice. I can chase this Nelson with all my guns, but it'll probably take me out of the fight, so I'm going to start turning early, get my bow back towards their other battleships. I will bring my guns around to starboard to shoot at the Nelson, but really thinking about where I'm going to be in the future, and that's going to be fighting this pair of Japanese battleships. Just going to get one last cheeky shot in at this Nelson. Of course, most of the shells hit an island, and torps finish her off, but now I've got to earn my pay. I've got 3 battleships all around me. I've got to make a stand here, and this is not a pretty place to be doing it. I need to create some separation. And for me, right now, it's this island. I'm putting this island between me and that Normandy. That'll allow me to more or less go properly bow in to this pair of Japanese battleships, which at this kind of range I should be able to do some solid damage to with every volley. And this is one of those moments. Just stay angled, weather the storm. I've got ships with me. I might go down, but as long as I take as much damage, or do as much damage as I take, you know, you've made yourself worthwhile in a situation like this. And honestly, I feel I only get stronger as this EA closes. Gonna aim a little high, looking for superstructure in that upper belt. There we go, 9 grand. Same thing with this volley. She's not side enough on yet for me to be, in my opinion, going for the Citadel. And I'm kicking in reverse, because what I don't want here is her to be able to carousel me. So I've got it in reverse, rudder to port, just keep swinging my bow over her way. She's going to be steered by those torpedoes. She's going to be wrecked by those torpedoes. But now I'm in a good position to contest this Normandy, though this Algerie out on the flank makes a very enticing target. But it is going to be the Normandy I go for. Get the volley off. I'll take that. 11k, pick up my Confederate, very happy there. And I'm just going to keep backing up. Let things charge in at you. When you have the option, let it. And you'll notice I had 1 fire going, I just let it burn. And there's our win. Overall, another game I'm really happy with in this ship. 118,000 damage, only the 1 kill, but I got Dreadnought Confederate. Took home 260,000 credits. And second place on our team, our Nevny, wrecking a couple ships there, and our Qckslvrslash, who just did a great job. I love that destroyer. Can be very aggressive. But so many people end up in games where, you know, they're not top tier and they curse it. But if you look at our team and a chunk of the enemies, the top tier ships are a lot lower down than some of the 6s. So, you know, just get in there and fight. And just try to have the best game you can have every game. End of the day, you can see how my damage broke down. I did do a bunch of damage to that EA before the torps hit her. Good chunk to the Normandy, same with the Nelson, Congo. I just shot the targets I had available to me, and I looked for the broadside ones. A good example, so when that Congo was sailing straight away, I took a shot at the Nelson instead. It was broadside on, and I got a good chunk of damage. And as far as the credit breakdown goes, this is why I say you can afford to run these camos and modules. You know, $67,000 in consumables. Granted, I didn't have a camo on this one because I got one of the permanent camos from one of the campaigns that happened, but I would still have made 50,000 credits. Sure, that's not a ton, but it's enough. And if you can consistently just make money, you're going to do fine. And when you look at the money too, I don't have, you know, any huge bonuses. I'm not running money flags. So just a point to like really consider, because that damage control party and repair party can go so far. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Those of you in the New Mexico, or those wanting to have seen a New Mexico game from me, I hope this satisfies you a bit. I know it wasn't a Kraken, but it's a respectable game, and that's all you gotta go looking for. Anyways, have a good day. As always, I'm Qckslvrslash, and I'll have another one for you all later.